Today's the day I'm going to rank every single TF2 YouTuber known to man. I did not steal this intro for real. I'm here because rent is due. Warning and spoiler alert, I barely know half the YouTubers here, and the rating will be inconsistent. Chat, my opinions are objectively factual and correct, and anybody saying otherwise is invalid and a goober. Also, how do I like repeating myself? Lazy Purple, how it feels to be S tier. I really love his content, and one of the reasons I got into TF2 to begin with. Wish he uploaded more. Uncle Dane deserves a respectable A, it's just not really my cup of tea. Soundsmith really nails in both entertaining and informative content, just like Lazy Purple, he should upload more. I'm going to repeat myself with this one, just like Soundsmith, really good stuff. Haven't watched most of his stuff, so I can't really form an opinion. Now here's where I repeat the same line over and over again. Never heard of them. Meh, nothing out of the ordinary. Squid Gym was my introduction to TF2, and made me interested to find out more about the game. Love his drawings too, however like every other S tier holder, they should upload more. Never heard of them. Aha, Verobi. I used to watch his content back then. I mean, he does great stuff, however I wish he wasn't so corny. Great nonetheless. Fat Magic, my favorite sniper player. I like his content, nothing really much to add. Never heard of them. I watch him mostly in the background while I do something, not to say he's bad, but you know. Good work. Never heard of them. Shanik, haven't watched a lot of his content, so I can't really say if I like his stuff or not. Never heard of them. Same thing, however I think I prefer him just a little more. Ilmaxo. Finally a new person to be in the S tier. Anything he does is automatically good in my eyes. Never heard of them. Great Blue I think deserves A tier, not because I have anything with his content, actually it's very good, just haven't watched much. A, pretty good. Average. I was thinking of putting C Ravioli in C tier, however he does make slightly better content than them. Never heard of them, never heard of them. Wheezy TF2 I think deserves C tier, but only for his non-MVM stuff. I'm not into MVM, womp womp. Never heard of them, 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 never heard of them. Zesty Jesus, finally something I do recognize. I know many people will disagree with me, however I actually agree with what he says most of the time. Also is the reason we are getting updates to the game, and overall quite funny. Monkey? Like every other funny moments channels, yes that includes me. Can't go wrong though. Hold on guys, I need to get that quick cash, and with the thanks of today's sponsor, TF2 Help, it's now possible. TF2 Help offers free to plays a way to get help from actual players and straight up S tier, no serious complaints. Pretty alright. Never heard of them. Oh, this one will really get me hated, but I think Siriaman's content, yes not very original, is good and actually provides decent commentary. Actually he started doing different styles of content, which I really like. Never heard of them. Haha, funny voice actor guy. Never heard of them, never heard of them times 2. I think they are better than Monkey's content, however still same tier. A tier. I think her content's really well put together, however not my cup of tea. Never heard of them. Very good, I like more of his Hammer Editor stuff though. Okay, respectable and probably how most people know how the Hammer Editor works to begin with. D tier, no comment, yeah the rest, no clue. Alright, shift's done and I can finally go home, bye.